Oh.
I can sit here and read.
You're not gonna sit there and read.
He bonked his head really hard.
It's like Harry Potter. Ow. I just not like it.
I still think he's a little bit weird after that bonk.
There is a urinal in here. A full urinal.
Welcome back to today's vlog. So today's vlog is gonna take place in Dallas, but I'm not in Dallas, I'm in LA right now. So if you guys haven't watched the first video of this, we stayed in Dallas for 2 days, 1 night. Quick summary, we're thinking about moving there. It's one of the cities that we were looking into, so it's our first stop in our little city search, right? So we go to Dallas, we looked at some apartments the first day, which if you guys go watch that video, this was our second day, and this day was... It was really important because we were gonna go look at some houses that we were eyeing online that were in Dallas, and these are the houses that we saw. We saw 4 houses. I just want to preface this by saying everything is bigger in Texas. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Holy cow. Like, people kept telling me it's gonna be bigger in Texas. Like, don't be expecting no LA-sized houses. And then I went there and I was like...
Not only like houses size, the ceiling is taller.
Everything's so tall.
Entry is giant.
Yeah. Why was the ceiling so tall? Like, do they think that I'm just like this giant, just like ready to walk in here 7 feet tall? Let's go see the first house.
So this is the picture that drew me here. I saw this online and I was like, I need to see this house. And so this is like the dining room area. I mean, these windows are so pretty. I think in LA they don't really do a lot of these big windows because it would be like directly into your neighbor's house.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, so he usually hates kitchens like this, so I'm surprised he likes it.
Oh, I like kitchens like, what do you mean?
What? I feel like you never like kitchens like this.
It's so cool. It's like what, prep areas?
I think they call it like a butler's area.
Butler's area.
It's gonna be mine.
Yeah, you're gonna be the butler. Look at that.
A wine thing, which you guys know I'll never use. And then the kitchen. Okay, so you guys know the kitchen is like the most important part for me. I love this kitchen. I like the color. I like that there's a window right there. It's a really gloomy day, but look at how big this fridge is. And how many times have I complained about not having a pantry? There's a pantry. And then you have, boom, the master bedroom. Look at how tall that ceiling is. But this one has so many windows. Our current place, I believe, like our windows are like that size. And that's it for the whole room. Which, I mean, those are big windows, but I guess it's not facing sun either. Bathroom. And then they put the bathtub in the shower, which I see pros and cons to. I like it because I don't have to drip water out of the bath to the shower. But I don't like it because I really like taking just baths. And then we've got the 2 closets, which I'm not sure what this like empty wall is supposed to be for. For dead body states. Like, everything is tall. I feel like a mini human. And then you've got this closet, which is supposed to be his closet, which is massive. And then you've got these drawers, which are so cool.
So this first house I had the biggest hopes for because this was my favorite house, and I know I just want to put a quick disclaimer out there that if I seem to be really picky on these houses or like nitpicking small details, I don't know what it is. I think it's because when we got this place I had such an emotional reaction to it. This by far, like I said in our moving video, if I could put this house on wheels and move it to anywhere, I would absolutely do it. There's just something about this house. I love this house. I guess, I don't know, like going there I kept comparing every house to this house, so that's why if I seem nitpicky, it's not me being like, oh god, this isn't good enough for me. It's just like I just kept comparing it to this one, and I had such a strong emotion to this house. So this first house, I really liked it. I really liked it in person too. So I was worried that it was gonna be dim, but when you walk in, that dining room with that gray ceiling, it was chef's kisses, beautiful. Then you walk in and they have this like, what do you call it? The little kitchen area, but it's not a kitchen. It's like your kitchen before your kitchen. It just looked so cute, and there was like this window and this like sink, and it was so scenic, and I was like, oh, I could totally like wash an apple in this sink. I don't even eat apples like that much, but I could see myself doing that. Then you walk into the kitchen. Not only does the kitchen have extra cabinet storage, but it's got like this whole pantry. I loved that there was windows behind the gas stove. But then my only concern, if you guys live in a house like that, do the windows get oily?
Well, my question was, does it come with curtain? But is there shades?
But if you pull down the shades and you're cooking, won't your shades get oily?
But like, what about privacy?
Okay, we did not think about that. If you guys have had, let me know in the comments if you're an interior designer, live in a house like that, architect, whatever, if you know how to deal with that. How does that work? So I'm gonna be honest, looking at like housing styles before I chose cities that I potentially wanted to move to was really important because you guys know I really never leave the house. So like I just wanted good food that was accessible, but also really like housing styles that fit my vibes, right? Because every city has a different style. And I really loved Dallas's before I went. And then when we went there, the windows were even bigger in person. I was like, whoa. They had like this laundry suite. They had like a little study next to the laundry, and I was like, what's going on? And then we go upstairs, and they had this like landing upstairs. So this house I really, really liked, except for everything upstairs. Like I think they put all of like 98% of their effort on the downstairs, and then upstairs where the rest of the rooms are, they just kind of were like, let's just do whatever we want. Just
it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, so it just felt like two different houses. Yeah. Like the vibe at the bottom, like it didn't even feel cohesive. It just felt like, whoa, all of a sudden I feel like I'm in a different house. Yeah. So I didn't really enjoy that part, but it was really nice, and apparently it's in like a good school district. So if we've got like, we're gonna have like some Papa Baby out, you know? So that was the first house. Let's go see the second. So this next one that we're going to is the one my fiance has been dreaming about, obsessing about.
The picture looks good.
But it looks even better in person. It's got so many windows.
So this is the outside, but look at this, it just goes straight through. So you've got these massive windows in the front, massive windows in the back. So you've got the, I guess the living room, which is just, feels kind of like an atrium. And then you've got a ton of just cute little balconies. It's really cute. Look at all of this glass. Wow. Okay, look at that hallway up there. Wow. I'm so excited to like walk up there because it looks like a mini version of the downstairs living room. This is the kitchen. So this, the listing kitchen is kind of scary here, so I don't want to film in here too much. Wow, this kitchen, I like the other kitchen more. This one seems clean. This one kind of reminds me of like our house right now. I feel like I'm like in heaven right now. So that's outside. And look at how this little walkway. That is amazing.
So, that was an interesting house. Okay, so right when we got outside, I fell in love with the outside. I was like, this is gonna be the best thing ever. And then we were waiting outside for the listing agent to arrive. And so like our entire time in Dallas, everyone was like the nicest people alive.
Yeah, people are so nice.
Yeah, and I get like why people, I think that's why I had such a shock moving from Atlanta to LA, because people kind of mind their own business here. But in Dallas, it's kind of more like Atlanta, where everyone just kind of like smiles at you, you know, and they're very nice and courteous if you need help. And then all of a sudden, I see a Jaguar pull up, and this old man rolls down the window.
Jaguar, the car.
Yeah, the car.
I see a Jaguar just popping over.
And I'm like, this is Dallas. And he's like, whose car is this? And then our agent was like, oh, it's my car. And he was like, well, move it. And I was like, oh my God, am I in LA? Like, am I back home right now? Because this is really giving me LA vibes. And so she moves her car, and he just like rolls up into the driveway, and he just like slams his door shut. And it was just the weirdest thing ever. And then I ended up really liking him. Yeah, he's nice. He's really nice.
He reminds me of myself in 60 years.
Yes. Like aggressive, blunt, to the point, but you know that they're kind of nice deep down.
They mean no harm.
They mean no harm. That's just how they communicate.
He seems passionate about his job too.
Yeah, he was really passionate. So like once we got inside, I ended up liking him. I was still terrified of him though, but I liked him. Yeah. And so we go inside, and that little living room, that atrium feeling living room with the windows on both sides, it was the best thing ever. It was magical. I felt like I could just bask in here. I could just sit there, lay down, and just, my world would be complete. And then the rest of the house just like obliterated all of that, and I was like, oh, cool. Like the upstairs was really weird. It was really dim upstairs. Like all of the light was downstairs. Upstairs was completely dim. It was just, yeah, very interesting.
You like the first one more than this, for sure?
Yes. Like, even though I like that living room and it's so much brighter than the first one, the upstairs, the hallway was beautiful, but then it led into like a really dim room. Yes. And I was really confused, and I was like, why? This was, it's like, you know when you're like amping up for something and you're like, this is gonna be the best thing ever, and then you're like, what? That was kind of the feeling of this house. Okay, if you guys live in Minnesota, please let me know in the comments, because all of us stood in that master bathroom just like staring at each other because we didn't know what was going on. So apparently the people who had built this house, it was a custom build, they were from Minnesota and they moved here for work, a family, and then they moved back to Minnesota recently, and so they put the house on the market. But inside of the master bathroom, there was just like this door, but you couldn't open the door. So I was like, what is that leading to? Like, that's kind of weird. And so all of the agents, like both the agents were in there, and they were trying to explain, like, the people apparently in Minnesota, it was allegedly, according to them, who don't live in Minnesota, so I don't know how credible this is, but they said that they wanted a connection from the office bathroom into the master bathroom so that they could go from the office to the office bathroom into the master bathroom. And
I think that's a personal thing, no?
No, they said it was a Minnesota thing.
Shut up.
Yeah!
Maybe it's for like fleeting. Like you go into the bathroom, it's like Among Us.
A vent.
The vent.
They vented. The Minnesotans be venting. And then I didn't really like the bathrooms in the house.
Yeah.
The bathrooms didn't feel updated, so it was kind of weird because you can see that they obviously spent a lot of money on like just like 1 or 2 parts of the house, and then everything else they kind of just were like, just put that in there. Yeah. So that was my feeling on the second house. Let's go into the third. I'm sorry. Welcome to Dallas, where people live in castle-sized homes. I don't understand, like, how many people are in your family.
We legit passed the Harry Potter castle earlier.
And I'm talking size of Hogwarts, too. Like, who needs that much space?
I love, like, random things like this. Okay, I love all of these like arched hallway entrances. I think that's so pretty.
Oh, this room is really cute.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's pretty cool.
I like this like these weird irregular.
Yeah. It's very unique. Is that the master?
Yep, that's your master.
Oh, this is the laundry?
Which is so nice.
Huge.
It's so bright.
Oh, so bright. Oh, that's pretty. That door is very pretty.
There's a urinal in here. A full urinal.
That is interesting. That's pretty. Whoa, look at this. I think you like this.
Yeah, they already have like the... What did these even leave here?
It's a secret room. Oh my god, this is actually cool. It's like Harry Potter. Ow! I just not like it. Oh my god, look at this door. Seriously, it's a tiny door.
This is the cutest.
This is so cute.
I just have one question and one question only. Like, why is everything so big? That laundry room, it was kind of insane. Why is the laundry room so big? How much laundry do you have? This house was, it was a little bit smaller, I believe. There was way less yard space. So this was in like they call it like the Beverly Hills of Dallas, which is very interesting because every city has like the Beverly Hills of blank. So this is, I think it's called like Highland Park area. And the school districts are really good, which is why it's a little bit smaller and it's a little bit pricier. And it reminds me exactly of Beverly Hills. It reminds me, like, everything is gonna be a little bit more traditional. Walking in, I really loved that office. That was really pretty. And did you see the office door? It is like a dome. So
every door is a dome.
Yeah, everything was like a dome, which I really liked because I'm like, I have no aesthetic. I can't pick an aesthetic for my life. I really like Spanish style homes, especially like 1920s Spanish style homes that have been revamped. They had so many domes, like little arched hallways, and I was like, this is amazing. The staircase was pretty.
Really pretty.
Really pretty. That was about it, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The secret room is so cool.
The secret room is cool. He bonked his head really hard. Yeah. I still think he's a little bit weird after that bonk.
Ow.
It was a big bonk, okay? That secret staircase to that secret room is so cool. I really liked it. And then the bathroom, it sloped down and it was like this tiny little bathroom and they had these little windows that you could see out into the driveway. It was really, really cute. And then the rest of the house, like, it's weird. The house itself was kind of weird. So I liked the aspects that it was Harry Potter, but just like the other first 2 houses, I don't know what it is. Everything upstairs falls flat. Like the minute that you get upstairs, just like brace yourself because it feels like a completely different house. So other than the master bedroom, all of the rooms were really dark. Like even if I turned on the lights, it was really dim. I think there was like one room in the front that wasn't as dim, but the rest of the rooms were really dim. I did like how some of the rooms weren't just squares and they had like the curved archways and stuff, and that was really pretty. But I don't know. It had some weird quirks, you know? Like there was that urinal and I was wondering, maybe the wife was so sick of her husband's ass, like not putting the toilet seat down or like peeing all over the toilet seat, that they installed a urinal. I've never seen a urinal inside a house.
Do you like it?
I liked it. It was beautiful. It just was really, really traditional. And our next house actually might be a very cool one.
Oh, I do like this. This is really pretty. I love that this garage has this giant window. I feel like this could be converted into like a gym with some AC units.
Oh, this is your vibe.
I can sit here and read.
You're not gonna sit there and read.
All the way back out of the stairs. What?
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, this
is the closet?
Is probably like the best one of them all. Oh gosh, this is really pretty.
Oh, that's very nice. Very quiet.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, this door is so cute. This room is nice. This is a pretty room.
Wow, those are really tall. Like, I like that it brings it all the way up.
Oh my gosh.
Storage. Wow, there's a lot up here. So we just got back from seeing, like, how many houses did we see today?
We saw 4. We packed them in.
Yes, thank you
This is
so
fun.
much.
This is fun. We're gonna find her the perfect house in Dallas.
I can't get over it. I keep rewatching the footage and I don't know what it is about Texas. Like if you go into a 2-story house anywhere, you assume that maybe they're gonna have like one room on the bottom floor that has like, maybe the living room is like really tall ceilings. But I feel like both levels everywhere are super tall. Like, I don't know how they built like that, but they do, and it's nice. It's really, yeah, they're just really built different. So this house, there is so much I like about it, and I'm gonna get into like the whole spiel about it, but at first I'm gonna tell you what I don't like about it because it's a really short list. And the short list is I just don't really like the wood. Like I don't really like the color of the flooring and the kitchen and like the bathrooms and stuff that they used, but practically everything else I really, really liked. Like that was the only downside. And so when you walk in, and also like the tile, I didn't like some of the tiling and some of the bathrooms, but that was about it. Like it's not that I didn't like it because I didn't feel like the other house, I didn't like the bathrooms because I felt like it wasn't cohesive. Like they didn't put any thought into it. It just looked like they had spent all of their energy like wowing you on the first floor and then like falling flat on the top. Yeah. But this one, I mean, it was beautiful, but it just was not necessarily like our style.
Yeah, just like, yeah.
Yeah, but the bathrooms were really well done. Each one was like different and pretty, and the closets were massive, and they had like built-ins, which is like super fancy. And so when you walk in, wow, I was not expecting it. It's like this U shape. So you go in, I loved the garage. This is the first house that we walked into where we were like mentally planning like, oh my gosh, like we could do like a gym in here because of that window, you know? Master bedroom with that little weird hallway of windows.
Yeah.
It was so pretty. There's just windows all over, and then the bathroom has windows, and that closet had windows, and the closet was massive. And then you will see me in that video asking her if this is like a second prep kitchen or something, right? Because the listing agent had mentioned a prep kitchen. I don't think I vlogged it, but there was a prep kitchen, by the way. And so I asked her if this was the prep kitchen because it was so huge, and she's like, this is the laundry room. And I was like, why are these laundry rooms so big? They had like a second garage. They had like a little study room. Oh my gosh. The office.
Oh yeah, this office is...
This office is probably...
It's your dream, huh?
It's my dream office. And when I tell him about my dream office, I always say it like this. I'm like, I want like built-ins. I want like a cool color, like maybe a blue, maybe even like a matcha if we're feeling cool, you know? But he's always like, nah, we're doing like a blue-gray. Like that'll be more neutral. And so this was really just like hit it on the spot. There were so many windows. So that was all of the 4 houses that we saw in Dallas. So I don't want to get ahead of myself because we have not made a decision at all. We still, the time that I'm filming this, we haven't even seen the second city that we wanted to go visit. So nothing is for real. And that also made us think about if we lived in Dallas, we probably wouldn't need all that space. Like we don't really take up that much space. So that also kind of made us put into consideration, like if we moved to Dallas, would we want to have that much space, or would we rather like maybe do something like a custom build and we can get a smaller home but kind of outfit it more to our personalities and like spaces that we'll utilize more, like that office, and then like make the kitchen the way that we wanted. So these are all things that we have to consider when we consider which city we would end up wanting to move to. Overall, how was your experience in Dallas?
It's good. It's surprisingly, the homes are amazing.
The homes were nice. All of the restaurant options, not just Asian food, was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was overwhelmingly a lot. Like, the selection of even trying to figure out where to eat after we saw the homes were a lot. We got really, and it's really busy. So we went to, oh my gosh, we went to the Arts District. Our plane ride, our flight isn't about, plane ride, am I 50? Our flight isn't about like 5 hours. We came across this place where we were looking for a restaurant, and it's called the Arts District. And it's the coolest place. Blank plus blank equals love. That's not gonna work for us, babe. We can't do that. This place kind of reminds me of like a mixture of Fairfax and Melrose. So let's see if we get this vibe. Like there's so many like local restaurants. Honey?
Yeah.
That looks inappropriate.
I bought the wrong shirt.
This is our first trip in over a year, and you brought your holy shirt.
This is one of those shirts I can grab this and just like
give you a little
tease.
Oh.
Sanitize your sins away.
Thank you.
They have really cool artwork.
Tell me something.
I love you.
Bullshit detected. Take precaution.
Where was this on your birthday?
Well, yours is coming up, so.
No! Honey. Look at how cute this is. All those pumpkins. This looks so cute. I don't know what store this is, but they've got all of these outside. How cute. It's fall, y'all. Do you want to take home a pecan pie? This is what credit card companies will do. They'll sell you on the fact that they have airport lounges. Then you realize that none of the airports that you travel through have these lounges, except you get to Dallas and they have the Centurion Lounge. Let's see how this goes. I'm trying to keep it a little bit healthy as possible. I've got an apple salad, a butternut squash salad with no dressing. And then this is what they call black bean with short ribs. And then these things, I have no idea what these are. This looks like quinoa and chicken. And is that yogurt with chicken and quinoa? Because if it is, I don't know. There's an apple pie. There's a little detox shot. Some mozzarella balls with some other things. So let's try this. So we ate there and then we came home and it was really, really late. So we just kind of knocked out. Overall, I would say that my experience in Dallas was a lot better than I expected. The people were nice. The food was nice. The houses were nice. And the only thing I guess I really, really didn't like was the tolls and everything were really confusing. If you live in Dallas, how do I get better at the tolls if I decide to move there? Like, is that something that you struggle with to this day? Like, you're like, f*** tolls. I don't really know toll roads like that. So let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit short, and I know I barely vlogged in Dallas, but it was because it just was really hectic, and I really wanted to take the time with my fiance to just like soak in the city because, you know, we were only there for 2 days, so I didn't want to be like, look at this, and I just wanted to like feel out if I liked it there. They had the best baba ganoush I've ever had, which is weird because you would think that maybe I haven't tried the best in LA, but I've tried a lot of baba ganoush in LA, like a lot.
Yeah, you have a problem.
I love baba ganoush, and I've tried all of them in LA. Not all of them, but a lot. But they had the best baba ganoush I've ever had. I would go back just for their baba ganoush. He would go back just for their pumpkin. Or not their pumpkin, their pecan.
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.